Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PODCASTUMANIA, and apologies for the disruption. Since the program we started late, I know. I had to head to the restroom since I had tacos for lunch. I still regret it. In this episode, we will be talking about how the North Korean laws, and how stupid they are. In North Korea, you can't access the internet. That's like internet, I mean, basic website that you probably are probably addicted to, like Facebook. They can't reach. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. Why? And actually, the people can reach. Actually, the government officials can reach there. And the first thumb rule is listening to foreign music, watching foreign movies, and listening to music and watching movies in a foreign language. And if you don't know what movie is, it's film. It's also called films. You're probably British. I guess they're considered criminal activities. And in 2015, Kim Jong-un issued a decree to scrap all cassette tapes and CDs which had state-banned songs in order to contain dissent. Dissent depends on the price version of the film someone watching it. For example, if it's an American movie, you're gonna get killed. No exceptions. It ain't up for debate. But while Indian films, the worst case scenario is imprisonment. Or best case scenario, I guess. The debating pornography is just death. Ain't up for debate, bitch. And the second one is making international calls. In 2007, a man who made several international calls were killed, for example. And falling asleep in a meeting when him speaks could fetch a capital punishment. Bruh. Who cares about people sleeping, Kim? Kim, look, if you're watching this, come on, everyone prefers to listen to your bullshit. Let people sleep. That's all the club people need. For me, I never for Christmas is sleep. And even executed North Korean the first Minister Young Chol in 2015 with the fucking anti-aircraft gun in front of over 100 people for having fallen asleep during one of Kim Jong-un's events. Okay, that's kinda unprofessional, but did he even sleep for the last week, bitch? And the next legal thing that this law is also anything that respects the family of Kim dynasty, the North Korean government, or the politicians is considered an act of blasphemy and will be met with severe punishment. Plus, in January, it was reported a mother faced jail for trying to save her children instead of former President Kim Il-sung's portrait in an inferno. Him failing to wipe off the dust of his portrait is enough to make one guilty. So every family is given a special duster. Bitch, please. Please. You already have a statue, no need for a fucking picture. Just use the statue. 2. And 5. Only male government officials are allowed to drive. Women ain't given permission to drive shit, even if working as traffic officers. The 6 is only 1 in 100 people to have a car. Bruh. Why, that's the 1700s, it's the 21st century. Kim. And the next one, on July 8th, when the North Korean President Kim Il-sung died in 1994, or the founding father of North Korea to be exact, smiling he permitted it. Talking loudly, dancing or drinking booze on this day is discredited. Disrespecting the rules may people sent to labor camps or killed. Kim Il-sung's body is preserved in a glass tomb, and tourists are required to bow down at his feet. Bitch, please. And even besides these laws, consuming marijuana is accepted. Trading consumption of the drug attract no punishment as per law. What the fuck? You want your people to die, Kim? Ban the marijuana. Ban the marijuana. Hashtag ban the marijuana, bitch. Hashtag ban the motherfucking marijuana. And people are not allowed to wear jeans as they consider as a symbol of capitalism. Women wearing skirts must cover the knees. Wearing bikinis is a fuck no. Just strict ass no. Oh. Okay. The only one that makes sense here is wearing bikinis being banned and women wearing skirts having to cover their knees. Those are fine as they can affect children in an inappropriate way, but the rest kinda sounds, stupid. One sec, I hope that's hearable. I tried opening music, but I hope it's hearable. North Korea offers only 3 television channels for people to choose from, and all of them are government controlled, which makes it propaganda. North Koreans can travel abroad, but it requires permission. If you try to flee, you either get sent to labor camps or simply just get executed. Internet can be accessed through their internet, which is called Gwangmyeong or Bright, launched in 2000. Professional use on 28 websites may be accessed under government supervision. These are people access include political leaders and their families, students attending a school, and ministers of a red department. On the state sector operating systems, there's ROS, China Korean is allowed to use and not the standard Windows or Mac. Which Restra, and fun fact, Restra OS stole everything from Linux. Or it's just based on Linux, such as, Linux is, open source. And Wi-Fi has been banned from use at all North Korean embassies worldwide. Hang on, let me try entering Gwangmyeong. How to enter Gwangmyeong. Let's see. Oh. You can't. Apparently, you can only access it in North Korea. And choice of the profession as an individual or decided when the government, and based on the country's needs. If you don't comply, just go to the concentration camp and work for free, bitch. In 2013, Kim Jong-un released a list of haircuts that people in the country are allowed. There are 20 stand-up brave hairstyles that people can keep. 80 for women, 10 for men. Bruh, fuck the haircuts. Why do you give a shit about the haircuts, lah? Just fuck the haircuts. Only haircut you guys say. Only haircut Kim Jong-un allows is failure. See that Asian father. The vibe. Stung by B, minus stung by A, lah. The government chooses. Also, the government chooses where people can live depending on their relationship with the state. living in the capital of Pyongyang is governed permission. Bitch, please. What is this? A time during civil war? Is there a civil war or something? Kim Jong-un, is there something we should know? Huh? No? And freedom of religion is admitted in North Korea. It is officially an atheist state, which is respected as the church life forbidden. People should wear Bibles have been executed in public. And in 2014, American Jeffrey Fowler was in prison for 5 months because he forgot the Bible in the restaurant. Churches are controlled by the state. So, if you're not if you're a Christian, you might forget how to go to churches in North Korea. Just pray at home. That's the thing. And the tourist visit the country had to deposit their phones, computers, and are allowed to take them back only before returning. As a company tourists will must religiously follow what God say. And all citizens above 17 mandatory will have to vote for the elections. Elections are held to choose a party that will rule the country. And here's the thing. There's usually one fucking candidate. Bruh. Even Saudi Arabia has elections at a monarchy. Okay? So they have at least 2 candidates. Like, Kim Jong-un's president. Oh, wait, he got cat. By the North Korean government for some reason. And if one person commits suicide, an entire family could be punished. If an individual commits a crime, 3 generations in his family are punished. Like, your grandkids are going to get punished. Or your grandpa, I don't know. And it is believed that film director Shin Sang-ok and his actor wife Choi Eun-hee were abducted in 1978 for inducing creativity in North Korean films. Later in 86 to be exact, 86, the couple gradually declared trust and escaped during a trip to Austria for promoting North Korean films. And they have a calendar named Juche, and it's based on Kim Il-sung's date of birth, April 12th, 1912, which makes him at 111. Bitch, please. North Korea cuts power every night to the crash in the country. Using electricity's permission and owning a microwave is illegal. Bruh! A microwave? Really? Bitch, please. School-going children are required to get their own desks and chairs. Others are forced to do laborious tasks for the government. You gotta be fucking with me. It spends 20% of the GDP on military, while the population is desperate for food. They have enough budget to spend on the military. So cut the 10%, the half of that 20% on military, and give it for food. Your population is desperate for food. Food, Kim Jong-un. Feed your people. Feed them. Feed them, bitch. And newlyweds are expected to visit Kim Jong-un's statue after the official ceremony. Walking down the aisle is not permitted on any of the birthdays of Kim Jong-un and Kim Il-sung. And military service is compulsory for men and women. 10 for men and 7 for women. 29. Mothers are not allowed to give birth if anyone is around and must go into labor alone. What the fuck, bitch? They're not allowed to meet their family or even husband for a week after giving birth. Why the Fuck! If triplets are born, they're given to the state that the Republican concerts of a love burden. Yeah, in Sparta! Yeah, in Sparta! Southern Korea! And 4 years of age. Or makes a government state thinks that they're in Sparta. And Sunday is collective Labor Day. All creating is done by hands and tools on not lot. Why? That's a necessity! Kim Jong-un, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, Kim Jong-un? Damn it, Kim Jong-un. Everybody use tools. Those are a necessity. This is what for some, tools are what keeps them company. Tools are what keeps those mofos company, bitch. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. Again, and there will be a special video on 9 p.m. British time. Not daylight. Oh wait. Sorry, excuse me, 8 p.m. British Standard Time. If you're using daylight, I just figure out the daylight. Like if you add, if you're in UK and want to figure out if it's daylight or not, I don't usually use daylight because we don't use daylight in Turkey. We don't use daylight here, so just add an hour and you'll figure out the daylight time. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your time. I hope you enjoyed this episode of PODCASTUMANIA with ShefQooq. And thank you for your time.